Time goes this slowly now, on this day in Seattle, Washington, on planet Earth. All the words I hear, and the sounds in the world, stimulate and explain. Providing repetition, stimulus, and novelty. The words from buff, hilarious comedians who practice mixed martial arts, who have a tone in their speech, exciting and thrilling and stopping now. People where I live in Seattle, Washington, on Capitol Hill, and what travels in my window echoes off my walls and fills my nose with their marijuana and their perfume and their tobacco. Aren't achieving goals anymore now. Don't solve problems. Don't encourage. And mostly sedate and depress. Thinking and thought. With their social excitement and emotional focus and concentration. Remember when I was at Western Washington University during my undergraduate in Bellingham, Washington. A very liberal part of the state, like Seattle, very what's described as hippie. And also with one of the few film studies programs still offering classes now. At least for a person like me now. And my friends told me about NPR, and I started to learn about National Public Radio and quickly became aware from their news and relaxed from the soft, calm, tender, loving voice every day in the afternoon, starting at 3 p.m. and beginning earlier in the morning at sunrise. And now I live in Seattle, Washington. Where there's internet. And there's a podcaster who's a UFC commentator who's named Joe Rogan, and who has a similar style of speech and language, who uses letters and sentences to teach and explain aspects of life and parts of the world and humans on the planet. With strength and power in the dialect. These aren't similar descriptions as going on a road trip when I was younger, just driving and finding places along the road towards the destination. The sound they're providing for the ears, similar to the people in Capitol Hill in Seattle, Washington, have to do with behavior, going out and solving the problems in the world, and fixing what's given on the news for instructions and options. and on YouTube. Health recommendations, fitness and exercise, choices to make and be more wise and intelligent. Supplements, drugs, and the weather on the news. The novelty and the repetition have now been made standard. Boring. And dumb. Consciousness no longer receives information from the data given from all of these parts of the world now. And so I wait to die and leave this horror filled tragedy and despair. From the slurs I hear outside now, and the accents I observe now. The end.